Hey, this is Empire, back with volume 21 in my Nintendo Switch series, where I get 5 hidden gems, and so hopefully we'll find a game or two for you here for your collection. So the first game I have here is a twin stick roguelike shooter, and that's AK Xolotl. I always used to spell it out, but I've seen people pronounce it. So you might hear my dog snoring, he's right underneath me. So, but yeah, this is a twin stick shooter, and it's got a really cutesy appearance, and the combination of that cutesy kind of animals with guns versus all the mayhem and violence of the twin stick shooter gives a really cool game experience. So this game's hook is that when you're doing your runs, you find treasure chests, and there's babies, Xolotls in those, and you take them back and you put them in a pen, and in between rounds you take care of them. And you raise them until they're about teenagers, and then you can rob them of their happiness, and you gain hearts, and you use the hearts for permanent upgrades. So lots of things to find in this game. The runs are fun, good graphics, the bosses are a lot of fun. So if you're looking for a good twin stick shooter, you might want to check this one out. AK Xolotl. The next game offers a really unique experience, and that's called One Shot World Machine Edition. And this is a top-down adventure game, and it's hard to talk too much about this game because you don't want to give away too much. So I'll just say that, again, it's a top-down adventure, and you meet this character named Nico, and you're going to help him in his journey to restore light to the world. Yeah, I'm not going to go much further than that. So you go through your adventure, you do quests, side quests, and solve puzzles. The soundtrack in this game is amazing. So I'd like to say more about it, but again, I don't want to give anything away. So if you want to know more, you can look online for gameplay or reviews. Just try to be cautious for spoilers. One Shot. Next game is a first-person open-world puzzle platformer called Superland, and this game is pretty unique. Basically, you're playing as this red toy here, and you're from the Red Kingdom, and there's a Blue Kingdom, and the Blue Kingdom basically is messing with your water supply, so you get a wooden sword and you're off to try to defend your kingdom in this literal open world sandbox game. So there's tons of things to find and collect and discover in this game. The first couple hours is really a lot of adventure, and then it turns into a lot of puzzles, and some of the puzzles are akin to like oh shoot, I forget the name of the game, Portal. And the puzzles can be very complex, and it can be like you can do one aspect and there's another aspect to it, another aspect, and the platforming gets pretty involved too. I would say don't be surprised if you might need to find a guide for some of these puzzles. I mean, they are fun, but they can get a little overly complex at times. But the game offers a really interesting environment. The gameplay overall is pretty fun. And I had never heard of this until recently, and it's a pretty good experience. So if you're looking for a good first-person open world game, you might want to give this one a shot. Game is a brutal 2D action game called No Place for Bravery, and it's a story about a grief-stricken father his daughter is kidnapped by a monster one day, and he's just been heartbroken about it. One day he gets a lead as to where she may be, so he goes off an adventure to try to find and save her. So the combat in this game is brutal, it's bloody. You primarily have a sword and shield, but there are other weapons out there. And it relies heavily on a parry system. So the soundtrack in this game is great. The combat is a lot of fun. It is a very difficult game. You really need to get good at the parry system. I will say in this game that the archers are an absolute pain in your rear end. They can really be difficult. Being that the game is difficult though, they did add a difficulty slider in this game. And they also have a slider for your parry window to make that, a little bit easier for the timing of it. I found the story in this game compelling, and the soundtrack really added a lot to the atmosphere. They really did a good job in creating a tense and hostile environment for this father to find his daughter. When I was looking into getting this game, I was looking at reviews, and they were all like a year old. And people either hated it or loved it. And based on what I was seeing through gameplay and reviews, I decided I wanted to give it a shot. This game has had significant updates, so a lot of the complaints about the game have been addressed through the updates. So I say this is a hidden gem. If you're questioning it, you might want to go look on YouTube for some gameplay. So check this out. All right, the last game is probably a game that everyone's heard of, and that's Yooka-Laylee. So, in name-wise, no, it's not a hidden gem, but physically, this is not well known as even is a physical release. And I don't do many limited run games, but being this is such a larger scale release, especially for PS4 and Xbox One, the Switch only got it through a limited run release. And the way limited run is now, it used to be like there'd be 1,000 copies and then that's it, it's over. Now they're limited, but they have a months-long window and then they cut off sales, so there's a lot more copies of any games that they release now. So this game is in rather short supply, and Yooka-Laylee is a fantastic game. It's akin to games like Banjo-Kazooie and Mario 64, Mario Odyssey. Just the characters are great, the story's good, tons of secrets, and the gameplay's fantastic. It's just a complete package. So if you're interested in adding this to collection, I keep your eyes out for it now, because now it's probably 80, 90 bucks minimum. But you may come across it. or if you want to add it now. But a fantastic game to add to your collection. Yooka-Laylee. That's it for volume 21. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget I've got a lot of other videos up on my channel full of Nintendo Switch hidden gems for you to look at. So until the next one, take care and we'll see you then.